Hello everyone, once again, we're back with SotN. This time, we're going to be getting a decisive result for a winners semis match between Fire and DinnerDog. The winner moves on to winners finals, and the loser of this particular game will have to settle for a run in losers bracket. So very important, tied one apiece. And Fire had the better stacks on phase 1, DinnerDog has the luckier stacks on phase 2. So DinnerDog actually off to an early lead here. Also going to have better starting stats because he was able to complete the prologue without taking damage. So it's small, but it could be significant. Now we are getting pretty deep into bracket at this point. We had the qualifying stage where most people were eliminated. Now we're on to the bracket stage, of course. We were talking about this before the match. The loser of this race, even if they lose in the following set, will still be guaranteed 5th place as a worst case scenario. If you win this set, you're guaranteed at the very worst 3rd place. So I think either way, it's been a very successful tournament for both Fire and DinnerDog. But both are looking for more. Nice death skip for DinnerDog. And I have to agree, a pretty good cloak. I'm going to give this one a solid 8.5. I'm glad both were able to keep it. Just a familiar card to start. Now, it's going to be interesting to see. I think DinnerDog might prefer a seed where library early on is optional. DinnerDog's been working on some library skip routing, if it's not strictly required for the complexity chain. And I think that's a pretty exciting development, so I hope to see that today. But it'll depend on whether the first relic is Bat or Gravity Boots or Leap Stone. But yeah, very nice for both so far. Pretty standard start here. Yeah, everyone's getting so good at that buffered Tetra Spirit. That's new school tech. Like, a few weeks ago, no one was doing that. Now everyone can get it very consistently. There it is for Fire as well. Excellent. Gaibon kind of getting away from Fire, but just one hit away. Exactly right. You hold up after you untransform, and as you're falling, it'll continue counting down for the 30 frames required. You gotta hold up 30 frames, then do that half circle from up to down. Another familiar card. Excuse me, correction. I'm getting actually, it's 32 plus. Thank you, Talek. 32 plus. No, it's a good correction. We gotta get our frame data correct. SotN is a platform fighting game, kind of. So, yeah, you gotta have that stuff memorized. Now, Fire might save a little time here with some Fire Wolf movement, but it hasn't been too bad from DinnerDog. Nice. Do we get the hop here? Not quite. That's the trickiest part, I think. That room with the chair, you gotta do a very precise ledge hop to keep your momentum going. But still, very good for DinnerDog, very good for Fire. Both taking a pretty standard route here. With no progression, you gotta go this way. Coliseum, too much of a gamble. Oh, that's Yeah, that's something we haven't seen too often, but honestly, I almost made this mistake in practice earlier today. You can dash across, but it might just be better to untransform and dash off. Yeah, and just like that, Fire is all caught up. We're neck and neck again. Okay, here we go. What is DinnerDog thinking? Progression, Relic, and Elevator, then skip Library? Is that the idea? Nope, just a familiar card. Fire building on his new lead. As a reminder for everyone watching, please take it from me, wolf movement is very technical and incredibly awkward. It's way more awkward than it looks. So if you see runners like not dashing for some reason, or turning around and turning back awkwardly, it's because wolf is impossible. So gravity boots for Fire. And echo of that in the shop, interesting. So that is a layer 0, gravity and echo. Medusa Shield. People have started to sour on Medusa Shield. I still believe it's a good A tier, low S tier, but no longer considered a must-have. You gotta feel for it. I didn't see a whole lot else in the shop, although I didn't get a good look at the items. I'll take another peek when DinnerDog gets there. Power of Sire for cheap. Mana Prism's in the shop for 8k. We don't see this too often, but I know for a fact that DinnerDog loves Power of Sire. Pictures of Dad is great. And if you get a diamond or something, you have a lot else to spend your money on. You can afford to just pick up like 10 or 20 of those. Could be good for Castle 2 boss fights. I would not be surprised at all if we saw that. But of course it'll depend on the money situation. So yeah, with Gravity Boots, I think going Castle Keep is the natural route here. We're going to see both runners go up this way. And then you save a potential Coliseum check for afterwards. So yeah, this has gone from a DinnerDog lead to a Fire like 30-second advantage. It's been quite a turnaround. It goes to show you, number one, why just jumping straight into the library immediately can really work out in your favor. Not much here for item checks. And then number two, Fire really is known for his wolf movement, saving a little bit of time every room. That, however, is not Fire Tech. That's a bonk. Okay, fine. Clock Tower for both. Here's Malthus. I'm sorry, Karasuman. Calyx here, I've got to be a little bit more careful about my translation choice. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not sure that Fire got that library card. That could be a big deal. I know the new school wolf strat means it's quicker to just run past. That's the downside. So DinnerDog has a pretty significant advantage with that library card in hand. Depends on what else is up here. We've talked about this before, but the difference between 1 and 2 library cards is much smaller than the difference between 0 and 1. 0 and 1 is a huge deal. And here's Jewel, okay? And let this be a lesson for everyone. Doesn't matter how many cool clips you post on the SotN Discord with this room, when it comes to race time, the Fleaman Rider room defeats all comers. Everyone gets rocked here. It's just how it is. Speaking of randomizer, thank you, Mecha, for the Ecclesia randomizer request. Let me know what settings you'd like, and we'll get that added to the queue. Library card determining the entire match, and in this case, the entire set. That's been known to happen. Ecclesia Max, I suppose I can make that happen. For those of us watching, mostly for the SotN stuff, I want to go ahead and share that there is a new task in development for the Order of Ecclesia speedrun. We might have Crab Skip in 2023. Stay tuned. Alright, so now doing Power of Wolf check. Okay, hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Big for fire. Huge. Library card number 2, right next to Holy Glasses. Now, DinnerDog still has an advantage, but it's no longer a critical advantage. That's big for fire. And yeah, the natural route here is to go through Alchemy Lab, do both of these Gravity Boots checks, grab the Coliseum Warp, do the Coliseum check. I'm sorry, Coliseum Warp, the All Rocks Warp and the Coliseum check, and then make your way down. Pretty standard. If you wanted to deviate from that route, it'd have to be pretty wild and ill-advised. Yeah, having 2 library cards is useful in a whole lot of different situations. You can use it twice in Castle 1 if, for example, you gotta go all the way down to Caverns and then later you gotta go to Holy Glasses. It can be useful in particular... quick little buffer here. It can be useful in particular if you have to go to Castle 1, then Castle 2, then back to Castle 1. Let's get a quick refresh going. I believe this is the first buffer of the whole tournament. I do have fiber internet, but it's American fiber, so mileage does vary. So, a couple of bonks, etc. for fire. DinnerDog is catching up. It's been really close so far. In fact, it's pretty crazy how close we are 15 minutes in. Nothing at Gravity Boots. That's either an Alucard or an Alucart. I'm gonna say I saw the pixel for 2 frames. I think it's Alucard male. Somebody call me out if I'm wrong. Agree. Yeah, the big difference so far has been DinnerDog going up to Elevator first, and Fire not. Also the library card. Ooh, DinnerDog not doing the minor checks and not doing Colosseum. Interesting. There is a reason for this. And it's going to pay off. I'm not sure what the reason is. Like, at the very least, common wisdom says you want to grab the warp if you've already done Alchemy Lab to make it easier to get to all rocks. It's more flexible, it's slower, but it means you're not stuck ever having to take Forbidden Route. Definitely working out so far. And yeah, Fire is indeed going to do the traditional route and save all rocks for later on. I do wonder if in part this is because DinnerDog has 2 library cards to blow. That's probably a part of the thought process. Attack potion, yeah, grab that, agreed. A lot of the old strats we were using kind of fall apart in Lycanthrope. I partly agree with that. It's going to be interesting to see, right? We're definitely updating a lot of our prior conceptions about how to do certain rooms or which routes to take for this preset. I wonder how much of this will stick around when we move on to, like, Warlock, maybe go back to Safe. You know, how much of what we've learned is Lycanthrope specific, and how much is just a deeper community understanding of the randomizer? I think it's a little of both. Everybody's doing this Tetris spirit nowadays. Whatever happened to a good, honest Scylla 1? Where you either punch or swing your sword? I'm not convinced the spell is faster. Unless you're really weak. Now this Shaman Shield is just not worth. I understand the appeal. It's, what, int plus 30 for 90 seconds? But no. It's not worth it. Okay, so first Vlad, finally. At Scylla for DinnerDog. And that's a Kingstone drop, question mark? For DinnerDog, and a diamond. I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now. This is going to be a Power of Sire combat seed for DinnerDog. No J, always very sad. Cavern's movement is so much cooler with the J. No Merman statue skip. Now, in terms of the complexity chain, I haven't been following it too much, to be honest. Holy Glasses is flight locked. So it's Gravity Boots 1, Jewel 2. I don't know where Gold Ring was. I'm assuming that's the random. So we're still looking for either Leapstone or Bats. There it is. Okay, so Merman had complexity 3. That's in Logic Flight. Now Castle 2 is in Logic. However, we're going to be going all the way down to Spike Breaker at a minimum. Gold was Alchemy Lab. Thank you. Okay, so that's the random one. DinnerDog's HP is a little suspect. In a way, I almost wonder, DinnerDog probably benefits from having to make a return trip to Castle 1 for, like, Merman, for example. So I think if you're DinnerDog, you almost want Spikebreaker to be irrelevant. Did you know you can heal with Peanuts by holding up when the Peanut Pixel lands near Alucard's face? It heals 50. Very cool. Okay, Cube. I think everyone's kind of come around on Cube. That hesitation, I get it, but Cube is good. Cube is very good in Lycanthrope. I think Dragon Blitz has convinced everyone who was holding out with some skepticism that actually that's good. This is interesting. What's DinnerDog doing here? Just getting the Warp later? Okay, fair enough. I wonder if that means a Grand Falloon skip? No, that's for, that's the climb up from Merman statue into Holy Symbol later. That's what that's for. It is much faster doing that, it turns out, than coming from Outer Wall. Well, that's a hard slope jump to get. Very impressed by that for DinnerDog. God's Garb, hey, there we go. Another Powerless Sire. Taste of things to come. A pizza. And... ooh! I don't think you library card here. Which is bad for DinnerDog, actually. It's bad for DinnerDog. I think this library card is not going to mean a damn thing. Unlucky. Oh, hang on, that's a katana. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, here we go. It's time for the run back. Now, very famously, DinnerDog versus Talik. DinnerDog died using the Masamune. It's time for a little payback. DinnerDog gonna get some redemption with a clean Dracula kill using the Masamune, I believe. Look at how good this sword is. To be clear, that special attack, triple hit, 200 per hit, 600 damage ideally with each swing of the special. It's unbelievable. DinnerDog is done with Spikebreaker and Legion before Fire is wrapped up Grand Balloon. Nice J, take the J. So honestly, Fire had the execution advantage early by a hair. Now it's slightly going the other way. This has been such a neck-and-neck race. So let's assume that Holy Glasses is 4 and Bat is somewhere in Castle 2 for complexity 5. That would mean Merman 6, either Ring or Mist 7. I think we're gonna see a lot of opportunities to gamble here on these random Vlads. We still only have one on the board. Alright, so just to get confirmation here, Fire missed out on Masamune completely. I didn't see him pick him up. Either that or the Strength Potion. That's rough. That's going to be a huge lead for DinnerDog. Now again, offensively it's an insane weapon, but it does tank your defense. So it should be a big advantage for DinnerDog. We will see. Actually, the potion before Succubus was not a strength potion. It was an attack potion, actually. There are very, very, very small differences between them. I can't tell you what they are because I forget. SotN's got a lot of arcane mechanics to it. I think in general, strength is better because it can put you past certain thresholds for damage, whereas attack is just a flat plus 20. Talik, that is the least helpful message you have ever posted in my chat. I know for a fact he's messing around, because he gave me a great explanation on Discord last year about the difference. He just can't be bothered to do it again. Alright, so this is going to give us a lot of info on how this seed is going to unfold. I mean, I think there are only a couple of options here, but I could be wrong. You never want to be overconfident in how you're reading the complexity. Oh yeah, definitely subscribe to DinnerDog. That's a given. Okay, it's missed. Who's ready for an epic complexity Vlad 50-50? I know I am. This is the perfect time to use a library card. Yeah, this is good for DinnerDog with the extra library card in hand. This route is flowing together very nicely. I think Fire is going to use the library card here anyway. It's looking like a revisit's going to be unnecessary. Now remember, Fire does have the Olrox Warp and DinnerDog doesn't. That could be a big deal. Lesser Demon got washed. DinnerDog, that is bad, missed gameplay. Here it is. Alright, so that is the correct 50-50. There's always the chance of shared complexity. So despite the fact that Soul of Bat is complexity 8, it's always possible that Silver Ring is also complexity 8. You never know. Depends on how thoroughly you want to play. I feel like DinnerDog is probably thinking they're doing fine. They've got a great weapon, and they've been playing really well. Fire has also played great. I see no reason to gamble from either player. Yeah, look at that. Oh, here we go. Fire opted to use the library card. A little bit of a delayed reaction, but I think that's the right call. Yes, the most straightforward route here is, wait, DinnerDog? Oh, I suppose if you have a Masamune. I'm interested. Man, I wanted to see Power of Sire spam. It's too bad. We might see it from Fire. Fire needs some better options. Gets the Medusa Shield. Gets the Meme Shield. Gets the Mana Prism. Gets 3, in fact. DinnerDog's combat's gonna be a million times better. So I gotta say, DinnerDog's route working out again. Both Fire and DinnerDog have had some really creative routes so far in bracket, and every time they do something I don't expect, it works out well. Two of the most innovative players in the scene for sure. DinnerDog's definitely ahead. So let's switch to his audio. I guess the idea is, look, if you have to come back here later, if you delay it, you can often route in Silver Ring, because you'll have missed at that point, likely. That's a good point. There's also the fact that it's just not that long of a trip to go from Outer Wall to the middle of the castle in Lycanthrope. Yeah, DinnerDog did Gravity Boots. They both did. Uh-oh. Pixel issue. Literally 1 pixel off there for DinnerDog. A whole 1 pixel. So yeah, once DinnerDog has wrapped up Silver Ring and the All Rocks checks, I believe that's everything in Castle 1. So yeah, good, disciplined route for both players. If there's going to be a gamble here, it's going to be a gamble in Castle 2. Oh my god, never mind. What I was saying earlier about maybe DinnerDog's route is the new meta. I don't know. Fire just made up a million years with that All Rocks Warp. Damn. I mean, it's definitely closer than I expected. But boy, oh boy, we're neck and neck again. The race that will not quit. However, DinnerDog will solidify a small lead here with this much quicker All Rocks kill. Good Medusa shield kill. Shoutouts to Talik. Can we get a double shoutout to Talik? Hang on. Beautiful. Shoutouts to Talik a second time. Is it possible that Soul of Bat is not the final Vlad? The only case is Silver Ring. So shared complexity. That is possible. But at this point, you gotta treat Silver Ring as any other random Vlad location when you're running the numbers in your head. So yeah, just to recap the complexity chain as we understand it. Nothing at sword card. It is Gravity Boots 1, Jewel 2, Leapstone 3, Holy Glasses 4, Bat 5 in Castle 2, Merman 6, Mist 7, and Tooth of Vlad 8 at Soul of Bats. Oh, it's a shared complexity rando. 2 complexity 8s, huh? Jeez. Well, that would have been a very tempting gamble, but both runners playing disciplined and it paying off in a huge way. Interesting idea here from Dragon Blitz. Using the library card here, yeah, it would save you on the need to fight Hippogriff. It would probably be very slightly quicker. And you know if you're DinnerDog, you're not coming back. See, that's a very cool idea. I cannot believe how close this is 35 minutes in. This is going to come down to Castle 2 execution and combats. There is always a chance that Holy Glass check is a random, Vlad, I suppose. Do you keep your library card for that, maybe? And maybe it's a good safety play. That's a cool setup for DinnerDog, not going for the traditional soul steal. I like that a lot. That was very cool. Are we going to do a lead check here? It's got to be within like 20 seconds, I think. Okay, activates the teleport at... we'll call it 3608. It's kind of in the middle. Fire is about 18 seconds behind. Oof. My goodness, it's close. Oh, yeah, any kind of movement mistake here is bad. DinnerDog losing. DinnerDog! DinnerDog with the transformation freestyle. Alright, so Fire is now within 10 seconds. What is the dog doing? What is the dog doing? I mean, it was kind of sick looking, if you ask me. Fire almost gets tripped up, but Medusa still doing a good job. And yeah, here, if you don't have Bat or Power of Mist, you've got to go around. Nice. And I like how, with this particular loadout, you've got to make these micro adjustments using regular Mist. SotN's got a lot of subtlety to it. You know, Talik, that's a good question. What if two runners tied down to the second? Does the race bot keep track of milliseconds? If so, what happens if they tie down to the millisecond? Okay, there we go. One random Vlad left. Yeah, you know what? Fire's gameplay's been nice here. I am no longer self-conscious about my opinion that Medusa Shield is an S tier. This is putting in just as much work as the Masamune. It's harder to use, but yeah, it's really good. But there are some fights coming up where that is not going to be the case. Oof, DinnerDog, man, that could have been scary. Yeah, Fire not getting the warp is more interesting than DinnerDog not getting the warp, since Fire doesn't have a backup library card, but I think it makes sense. It's a way to save between 8 and 10 seconds, and the odds of it being in Holy Glasses are super low. Oh, speaking of, that could be a library card. If Fire wins the race because it's at Holy Glasses and that's a library card, that's going to be Comedy Platinum. Not even Comedy Gold. Platinum. But probably not. Oh, he doesn't even get it. I wonder if Fire has a complexity read that Holy Glasses is in the chain somehow. I don't know. I mean, Ring can't be complexity 4, so I don't know. Oh no. Okay, never mind. I'm telling you, I get scared whenever anyone gets grabbed by Mummy. That would have been especially true for DinnerDog, but Fire's defense is solid here. Look at Mummy go. What a duel. Thank you very much, Ketchup, for the gift sub to Talik. Really appreciate it. Talik, please post your favorite emote now. Or your band. I gotta say, it's looking like this might be DinnerDog kind of a race. It's been such good gameplay from both. Yeah, but once again, DinnerDog should be saving a lot of time. Trio is an excellent Masamune fight, and pretty mediocre. To bad, even, for Medusa. Okay, Grant's dead. Trevor's dead. That's it. Easy. There is no way that Fire skips Beelzebub here. Not only are our runners looking for Final Vlad, in the meantime they might find Bats somewhere. Now there's an argument here, you just quickly unequip Masamune for this room, and then put it back on after. Just so your defense isn't terrible, because you can get comboed here pretty easily. So far so good for DinnerDog though. Oh, 55! Take that off! Take that off, DinnerDog! Oh, okay, oof. Oh my god, this is a stressful weapon. Here comes Fire with some nice Power of Sire to complement the Medusa shield. It's hard to keep them on screen with the laser beams. That's the trick. Does a fantastic job. Another great kill from Fire. Best Medusa shield user world? Maybe? DinnerDog's got some kind of a circlet or something. Or dark armor? I don't know what he's got on. But it's a perfect fight for DinnerDog. Oh! Oh, it's a Vorpal! That's once again very good for Fire. Very good for Fire. Can opt for a simpler option. If he'd like, although honestly he's put in so much work with Medusa. Maybe he'll stick with Medusa. DinnerDog not gonna really use that very much. DinnerDog can very easily die here, by the way. I think a single hit from a Guardian Sword will kill. I like this. I like this a lot, switching to God's Garb. Got a little spooked by the reverse chapel. Yeah, this is the right call. This is a good call. 3 seconds in the menu. Guarantee you won't die. I think we're going to see a save split for Creature. Not a full skip. You save at the bottom and then go up then down if you have to. But yeah, I don't think you visit. Oh, DinnerDog, I would actually heal right now. A Nova will kill you. Alright, well now DinnerDog is definitely going up. Just to survive, you know? Alright, yeah. Excellent. And Fire doing some genius stuff here. This is the Maria speedrun strat. You go up here and then activate the shield. Yeah, that's perfect. Another textbook Medusa Shield fight. Fire's been playing kind of sick. Who needs a Vorpal? Alright, big moment here. We could have a possible divergence. Unlikely, but possible. Especially without Bat. I don't see why Fire would go to Creature. It'd be out of character. No save. I think that's fair, but a Masamune Death would be a clincher for Fire. It's always at Force of Echo? Okay. This time around, I'm going to say it's a Dark Blade. Just to be a little different. Oh! Ooh! 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 Now, how do we make sense of this one? Complexity 9 seed, perhaps? Gravity Boots, Jewel, Leapstone, Holy Glasses, Ring, Bat, Merman, Mist, Final? This is good for DinnerDog, I think. Hard to say. Yeah, it could just be bait. It's either bait or it's Complexity 9 as far as I can tell. Let's go with bait. Complexity 9 shouldn't happen that often. Oh, there it is! Oh my god, DinnerDog on the verge of a big upset. DinnerDog is the 4 seed, Fire is the 1st seed for the whole tournament. And you know, honestly, it's interesting. I think in a lot of ways, this is the marquee matchup of winners semis. It's been super close. And we have Fire on the one hand, doing incredible amounts of innovation for the execution side of Lycanthrope. Whereas DinnerDog has done a lot of innovation for the routing side. It's a battle of bronze, it's a battle of wits. It's been one hell of a set. But DinnerDog's gonna have this. Oh, and Fire makes the right call on the 50-50 like I said. Dark Blade clutch. I just don't think you come back. This is a little bit too much of a lead here. So let's see if DinnerDog took that advice to heart. Maybe even practiced, perhaps. Now this is not worth it. Oh, actually, you know what? It probably is worth it. Fire is making good headway here. But DinnerDog's on to Dracula. Again, he is wielding a minus defense weapon, but 2 attack boosts in play right here. Oh, and look at this. Now, this makes a lot of sense. You apply those attack boosts, use the Masamune in the air for Shaft, and then nice and easy on Dracula. I think very understandable gameplay. Don't want to risk that happening a second time. Okay. Yep. That's why you switch. Time. DinnerDog with the upset over Fire. Did not get revenge on the Masamune, but I think he got the result that he really wanted. Moving on to winners finals.